So it was some reports that came out that Big 30 was actually getting a bond. We actually learning that he ain't getting no damn bond. Lock him up!
Weirdo!
Lock that big nigga up! He out here tripping, robbing rappers. Lock him up. We don't want that nigga back in society, man. We want his ass. We want to
Big 30 was granted a $100,000 bond today. He was in federal court as he faced charges for an alleged robbery and kidnapping of the rapper known as Gucci Mane. Action News 5's Imani Williams joins us now live from downtown after being inside the courtroom during the detention hearing. Imani?
Joe, it was a packed house today. I mean, there were dozens of people inside that federal courtroom in support of Rodney Wright Jr., also known, like you said, as Big 30. Now, the defendants had two people that they brought to the witness stand. Those two people were Big 30's dad and also the general manager of Endless Entertainment. I want you to take a look at your screen so you can kind of see what we saw in this complaint. So Big 30's dad said that his son stays with him at home and he takes care of his kids, and the GM at Endless Entertainment.
If he stay at home with his kids and take care of his kids, then his ass shouldn't have been robbing rappers. But everybody want to be down. Don't nobody want to be looked at like they a lame or they scary or they a hoe. So whatever Pooh told him to do, he said, okay. Oh, okay, what you want me to do? Because I'm tell you, right?
And he said that Big 30 has some contractual agreements that he has to go through with putting out music and putting out albums. Now, the prosecution...
And why the fuck do you think the feds give a damn about that? What are we talking about, bro? Just stupid.
Brought up his criminal history, including a gun charge in 2018, but it was wiped off of his record after diversion. Other than that, nothing really on his record but driving violations. Now, the judge said that she took criminal history, family support, and his alleged involvement in the incident all into account when going through this detention hearing today. She said the complaint does not show him having a gun or pulling a weapon out.
United States of America versus Rodney Wright Jr. Government's notice of motion and request to stay pretrial release order. The United States of America, the government hereby gives notice pursuant to 18 U.S.C. 3145 that it will move this court to revoke the order of United States Magistrate Annie T. Kristoff releasing defendant Rodney Wright Jr. on pretrial conditions. The government further requests that this court extend the stay of Judge Annie T. Kristoff's release order until such time as the motion can be heard and order the United States Marshal Service to transport the defendant to the Dallas Division of the Northern District of Texas forthwith. On March 30th, 2026, the defendant was charged by criminal complaint in the Northern District of Texas with possession with kidnapping in violation of 18 U.S.C. 1201A and C, docket number 1. The defendant was arrested in the Western District of Tennessee and made his initial appearance on the same day. The government moved to detain the defendant pending trial, docket number 6. A hearing on the government's motion was held before Judge Kristoff on April 3rd, 2026 and continued to April 6, 2026 in cause member 226MJ 0007. At the conclusion of the hearing, Judge Kristoff issued an order setting conditions of pretrial release. At the government's request, Judge Kristoff stayed the issuance of pretrial release order pending the government's appeal to this court. The government respectfully requests a further stay of Judge Kristoff's pretrial release order until such time as the motion to revoke the order can be heard. This request is made in the light of the seriousness of the defendant's offense conduct.
So I think they requested and basically said, keep that, you can lock him up.
FBI, open up!
Keep him in jail. If you spending thousands of dollars on designer jeans and hundreds of dollars on Jordan shoes, and you still ain't got no skin routine, that is a violation. I can't talk too crazy about you though, because that used to be me. My skin routine used to literally be water. You know, guys, we don't know about skincare. That's why I'm so happy to partner with Tej Heyman. Now, the best part about Tees is it's simple. You do not have to think too much. You know, me and our minds, we ain't for all that complicated skin routine. Wash, scrub, moisturizer. Takes like 2 minutes. Dos minutos for all of my Spanish friends. And honestly, the biggest difference for my skin was the scrub. I had my wife telling me like, oh, your skin look good. I said, for real, baby. After a couple weeks of this scrub and this whole routine, my skin started feeling way smoother. And I've been looking better on camera. It's a reason why you keep seeing celebrities and other creators talking about this stuff. It just works, and it's super easy to stay consistent with. Now, because Teach Hanley is sponsoring this video, they giving all of y'all 40% off plus a free gift. Christmas came early. Use the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your girl think. Let me know what the little girls you trying to holler at. Let me know what they think. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, make sure you click that link because that's the link that you need to click in order to get 40% off and a free gift that's worth $20. I'm trying to help you.
History and the potential danger that the defendant poses to the community. The government proposes to file its brief in support of the motion to revoke the pretrial release order as soon as possible, but no later than
The government proposes to file its brief in support of the motion to revoke the pretrial release order as soon as possible, but no later than April 13th. So if I'm reading this right, basically they saying that, yeah, we know you gave him a bond, but nah, this is a crazy crime, a crazy robbery that he participated in, so let's keep his ass in here a little long.
2026. Respectfully submitted, Ryan Raybould, United States Attorney. It turns out that Big 30 actually did get Arthur Horn. Shout out to Art, man. There ain't no shade or no nothing like that. I know you think I don't like him, but it's not that, bro. We good. It's just, you know how this shit go, bro. But Art,
I don't know who
he knew this was coming because in that interview, he say something interesting.
I spoke with his attorney, Arthur Horn, about the bond granted, and he said there's more to it.
Initially, I guess she found that there was probable cause for the case to move forward. And then today in the detention hearing, she did grant him a bond of a secure bond of $100,000. U.S. Attorney's Office in the Northern District of Dallas is going to file an appeal, and they're going to appeal the judge's decision, and we will have to have another detention hearing in Texas.
So they appealing the bond.
Now, the government has already, they have already documented and put in that stay. I just looked at it in my email just a few minutes ago. So the government has put in that stay to wait for an appeal from the Northern District of Texas.
But now we really get into it, bro. They admitted something real interesting. They didn't see Big 30 with anything. All they did was see him standing there like Patrick at the door.
Right.
You can't go there. Don't go there. Ooh. I don't know if I can do a good Patrick.
Ladies and
I don't know if I
gentlemen,
can do a good Patrick, bro.
we got him.
Nah, let's be fair, square, obvious, and honest. This case is falling apart fast. Everybody who gets a bond, they're gonna have it taken back because they weren't captured in no dog on Dallas. So what they're doing is they're saying, bring him to Dallas.
Right. That's what it sounded like at the end. They was like, no, bring his ass over here to Dallas so we can bring our witnesses and we can use everything that we know. We want to be the one that give him a bond. So that's what they were saying, revoke his bond. Like, don't give him no bond because I think right now a lot of them niggas is in Memphis. Since it's a federal case, they don't necessarily have to go to Dallas because that's where they committed the crime because it's a federal case. So as long as they in federal custody, I guess they look at it like they in custody type of thing. But they own some shit like bringing to Dallas so the judges and the police and the people that really know about it can talk. And
so that we can have a crack at them.
Right.
Bring them to Dallas so that we can lay out our things. Bring them to Dallas so we can do all of this and all of that. And they're going to bring them to Dallas and it's going to be mesmerizing because we're going to find out a whole lot more. As I stated, they're going to have to use a speedy trial motion. And I'm going to put out a video tomorrow that's going to lay out exactly why that will work and why Pooh Shiesty ass will 100% beat this now. Because there's new information that's coming out. And dare I say, looks like we ain't going to get an FDO2. We're going to get a SDO2, a second day out or second attempt out, a second chance at this. And it's funny because I was talking to Vlad a couple of days ago and he said what I said. And What it was the legality, the business part, the contract situation, and all this crap, bro. It's going to be very interesting because now we're looking at it from a different standpoint of what did you sign and did you sign it? On the Mike D podcast, shout out to Mike D, shout out to Houston, shout out H-Time. I said this, I said, bro, we're going to find out real quick. Everything is going to come about real fast. We're going to see what's real and what's not. We're going to see how if a couple of cats, aka certain people, have had contracts where they have been released from, did they have Gucci Mane's signature and Keisha Dior's signature, or did they only have Gucci Mane's signature? Remember, a whole slew of individuals were released from Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Was it a verbal thing, like go ahead and we can take his agreed upon words and say we cut from the roster?
I hope not.
Or how does that work? Because if, let's just say, Pooh Shiesty beats this, Gucci Mane don't do this, Gucci Mane don't do that, then
I'm gonna put it like this: Gucci Mane can't afford for Pooh Shiesty to beat this shit. Gucci Mane cannot afford for Pooh Shiesty to beat it, in my opinion. It ain't fuck you. Me being a real street nigga and not snitching is not worth 10, 20, however many millions they talking about. You can kiss my whole ass, nigga. Because if I got 20 million, the places I'm gonna be hanging out at, nobody give a fuck if I done snitched or not.
FBI, open up!
Are you stupid?
Stupid.
The places I'm hanging out, if I got 10, 15, 20 million, shit, hell, if I got 500,000, let me tell you, as a nigga who got some M's, let me let you know something. Once you got about $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, bro, you pretty cash, like you could go touch it, like kind of liquid, nigga. You ain't hanging out in no hoods no more, folks. You ain't doing that. If you got $300,000, you can go grab out the bank right now, whether it's cash, whether it's in stocks, whether it's on the bank account, whatever it is. You ain't hanging out in no place where niggas care if you snitch or not. They're not gonna ask you if you snitch when you go in Eddie V's, or when you go in on Morton's, or Ruth Chris, or Mastro's. They not gonna Fleming's. They not gonna ask you that. They not gonna ask you if you snitch when you go in a country club and when you go golfing. They're not gonna ask you the shit. They don't give a fladoozy. What happened? Real deal. You tweaking out here.
hell, it is what it is. But we gonna find out real soon, bro. I just put out a video, man, and it's further proving of a whole bunch of things that I was already saying, but it's more proven now. Y'all know what I'm talking about? This right here.
This rapper Pooh Shiesty, Horn said that Gucci Mane is not being cooperative with the government on this case, and so he questioned if the government will have a case because Gucci Mane is not cooperating. He said it will make it hard for them to do that.
Gucci Mane, you tweaking right now. You better take your ass in there and snitch on them folk. I don't know what the fuck wrong with Gucci Mane. Hopefully his wife talks some sense in his ass. You better take your ass in there and snitch on them people, boy. You got money on the line. Fuck what they talking about, nigga. Shit, them niggas, they not gonna pay you no $10 million, man. Listen, fuck you.